From the start of 2020, you said, okay, I'm going to change my life. This is going to be the best year of my life. I'm going to get all my goals done. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to accomplish that. Whatever. Within 2 weeks to 3 weeks, you were good. You were going so well. You were doing so good. You were doing all the good habits. You was taking care of yourself. You were healthy. You were literally getting there, right? But from the fourth week, which is like the first month, January. From January, okay, February, and then things just start dying down. And then boom, you're just back to normal. And then you end up mindlessly going through the entire year. And then December 31st, 2020, you're like, okay, I'm scheduling my time. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna accomplish all these goals. I'm gonna promise myself that I'm gonna do the best, and I'll do all of that, right? And then boom, January 1st, 2021. We do the same thing again. With 2 to 3 weeks, you go hard. You go so hard within your new quote unquote new life and new journey and all of that. You go so hard. You're doing all of the good things. You're training. You might probably been exercising. You're doing all of the good habits. And then the fourth week comes, which is a month. January is over. February it goes medium. It dies down. And then boom, you're back to normal again. Then you mindlessly go through the entire year. 2022, the same exact thing happens. 2023, the same exact thing happens. And now 2024, the same exact thing happens. You do all of the good habits. You're taking care of yourself. You say, oh, I'm going to get into the gym. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to quit alcohol. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then you do it. That's the thing. You actually do it. You actually do it. You do it within 2 to 3 weeks, if you even make it that long. Some people, it's crazy, right? But you do it for 2 to 3 weeks, and you're motivated and everything. And then that motivation just dies out. It's like a fire. Motivation is like a fire. See, once it's ignited, it just lights. It burns, but eventually it dies out, right? So it dies out. Now all there is just smoke. There's just smoke, right? So you start doing all of the good habits, everything. Yeah, 2024 is going to be my year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to accomplish that. And then you do it within 2 to 3 weeks. That motivation dies out, or even before that, it dies out. Boom. And then you slowly start going back to your old ways again. You slowly start slipping back into the bad habits again. So if you're a smoker, you slowly just say, you know what? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but then you smoke anyway. You smoke once. It's just one time. You know what I mean? I haven't done it for 2 to 3 weeks. It's just one time. Then you do it. Then you get an urge for another one. Then you do it again. Then you do it again and again and again and again. And then eventually you're just back into the habits, and you're like, I'm going to try again. You know what? It's January. So I'm going to try again in February. And then your mind is set to this procrastination. Tell me if you can actually relate to this, right? Whenever that happens to you, like you start a new year and everything is going well for a while, and then you just end up falling back into bad habits. Tell me if this is you. You naturally have this, you develop this perfectionist type of procrastination. You develop this perfectionist mindset. So you say, okay, like let's just say the date that you start moving with the days. You need specific days in order to feel motivated and all of that crap, right? So what happens is, let's just say on January the 21st or the 18th, some random day, you just ended up falling back into a habit. Let's just say you started eating cookies again, right? You said that you made a promise to yourself that you're going to be healthy and you're going to eat vegetables and all of that. So you missed a day, right? You missed a day, you slipped up, you ate ice cream, you ate cookies and all of that. Or you probably just ate one ice cream, right? That day. And then eventually you're like, okay, well, I already ate ice cream. So eating another ice cream isn't gonna be that bad now, is it? And then you eat another ice cream. Then you're like, well, I already ate two ice creams, so I might as well eat some Oreos, right? Then you eat Oreos. Then you start eating Cheetos. Then you just go about that entire day just being carefree. At that point, you're like, okay, I don't care about diet. I don't care about no. I'm not even gonna end up eating vegetables today. And you don't even eat any vegetables that day. You don't eat anything that's healthy that day, right? It could be the same for other habits. Like if you're a smoker, you tried to quit, and then that day you smoke one cigarette. Then you're like, well, I already did it once, so I might as well do it again. And then at that point, you already did it 2 times, so you're like, okay, today I'm just free. I don't care. I'm not going to be disciplined. I'm just going to do whatever, right? And then what happens is you look at the date and you're like, okay, well, it's January the 17th. Damn, I broke my streak. Damn, I'm back to being my old self again. Wow, how could I have like fallen back into my bad habits and all of that? So you know what you do? You do the possibly the worst thing possible. So you say, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to start on January the 20th. Or I'm going to start. You do the worst thing possible. If this is you, trust me, because I've literally been there. You do the worst thing possible, and you look at the calendar, right? And then you watch that, okay, it's some weird random date that you ended up falling back into your bad habits. So it might be January the 18th or the 23rd or some random date, right? And then what happens is you say, well, I'm going to try again next month. This is the worst thing that you could have possibly done. You said, I'm going to try again next month. And then next month is February the 1st. So you say, okay, February the 1st, I'm going to start again. So you develop this mindset. And this wasn't even from you, right? I don't want to get too deep into it, but we all know like what we know as the elites or the matrix or whatever. They literally programmed your mind so much that you have to be this big perfectionist person. So you need to see a number 1. It got so bad that your procrastination has gotten so bad that you literally need to see the number 1 on a calendar for you to even start doing good things again, for you to actually take care of yourself again. So you're going to say, okay, it's January the 23rd, then I'm going to start again in February. And then February the 1st comes around, and then you engage in the bad habit again, one last time. Because, it's February the 1st, so I'm going to just do it one more time. And then you engage in the bad habit again, and then what happens is, or worse yet, I forgot to even mention this, like on December 31st, most likely you probably just said, okay, I'm going to do all the bad habits and I'm going to quote unquote have fun and all of that crap, right? It's not really fun. It's just instant gratification. But you say, I'm going to have fun. So then you basically do all of the bad habits. You do all of the bad habits on that one day, or even a few days before, right? And you just do bad habits. You smoke, you drink, you party, you do all of that. All because you're waiting just to see a number. Like, what is actually wrong with you? Can't you see how much they've literally programmed and enslaved your brain, enslaved your mind? You literally need to see the number 1 written on the calendar for you to say, okay, now I'm actually going to start doing good things. Now I'm actually going to start working on my business. Now I'm actually going to stop being fat and go work out, right? That's how crazy it has become. Can't you see that? And then the same thing happens in January. You reach some random date and then you relapse into your bad habits again. And then you say, okay, February, I'm going to try again. Then you have to see the number 1 written on the calendar. So February the 1st, okay, today I try again. And what's crazy, January 31st, you're going to do the same thing as December 31st. You're just going to engage in all the bad habits and say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to start. Then tomorrow comes. But what happens is, by that time, you've already conditioned yourself to literally freely do the bad habits. So you're basically going to make it even harder for you to do the bad habits. Bro, if you know, like chess players, we already are like 10-15 steps ahead, right? We already know what's going to happen. We already think moves previously. So The real ones, we know that if you want to actually start a new habit on January the 1st, or whatever, you want to actually take everything seriously and work on yourself on January the 1st, then you should actually treat December 1st as January the 1st. That way, you've already trained yourself and you already prepared yourself a month or 2 months prior to the actual deadline, right? You've literally already trained yourself prior. So if December 1st comes and then you treat it like January 1st, so you stop doing bad habits or you limit it at least, then by January 1st, you already went through an entire month training yourself to not engage in those bad habits. So now January is going to be easier. Now, if you just freely allow yourself to just do it on December the 31st and then you're going to start again tomorrow and all of that, then you literally trained yourself to just succumb to your natural desires or unnatural desires. You just trained yourself to be a slave to your own desires. And then what happens is on January the 1st, it's going to be even harder for you. You literally did the dumbest thing. It literally is going to be even harder for you now to literally take it seriously and do the right thing. If since December or even October or November, you literally started like working on your business, working on your health, you already would have months of experience prior to January, right? Instead of just starting on January. Because believe it or not, everyone in the world is thinking the same way as you. Everyone else, the people that you're competing with, they are thinking the same thing. Oh, on January the 1st, I'm going to get into the gym. On January the 1st, I'm going to do this. On January the 1st, I'm going to do that. So all of them, everyone globally, right, is literally starting good habits, quote unquote good habits, on January the 1st. So what's going to make you different, right? Now, if you already started months prior, then you're already months ahead from other people. And then when they're now joining the gym for the first time, you already had like 2-3 months experience over them. You already know exactly what exercises to do. You already had time to make mistakes and mess up and start again and relapse and not be disciplined and all of that. So you already are ahead of the game, right? And I said all of this to say, stop lying to yourself, right? We always lie to ourselves. All of us, we lie to ourselves every single day. We lie to ourselves. Lie. You are literally the biggest liar to yourself. It's not your enemy. It's not your friend. Because your enemy, you're going to know your enemy's true intentions. You're going to know if your enemy wants to kill you or not. Obviously, it's your enemy, right? But you don't even know if you want to kill you or not. You don't even know if you want to kill yourself, right? You literally do bad habits and practically damage yourself on a daily, right? You eat junk food. You put things in your body that you know is not supposed to be in your body. You don't exercise. You don't move. You don't even work on your business. You're broke. Your bank account is empty. Obviously, you're literally your worst enemy because you keep lying to yourself. You say, oh, in January, I'm going to stop doing this and I'm going to have the perfect year. And then within a few days, you go back to your old self again. You lied. And then you say, okay, I'm going to start now from February. And then within a few days, you go back to yourself. You lied. And then the same thing, March, April, May, June, all the way to December again. And then it's a constant loop that you're in. So fix yourself now. Fix your mind. And with that being said, peace.